Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, our Prep 3, we have Unit 13, Lesson 2, at the Observatory, Student Book page 20. Today, we are going to talk about report speech. The question. As we know, the questions had two kinds. First kind, yes or no question. First example, Ali said to Omar, "Can you play chess?" This is a direct question. How we know that it's a direct question? As we know before, by the quotation mark. By the quotation mark. So this is a direct question. How can I change the direct questions to indirect questions? The step of change. We have 5 steps. You have to memorize all of them very well. First one, we change set to asked or wanted to know or wondered. Step 2, we change the quotation mark to if or whether. But please, look to whether very well, because we have another word similar to the whether. So please memorize the spelling of this word. Number 3, change into sentence. What does it mean? That means we have to change the question to a sentence. If you look to these questions, it said, can you? This is a question. If we want a sentence, so it will be you can. And you will see what we can change now. Fourth step, the pronouns. For example, if you have you change it to he or she. Depends on who am I asking or who we can ask. The last and the most important steps, change tense. And has a basic rule that if you find a present, any kind of present, for example present simple, present perfect, present continuous, you can continue to change it to past by all the form of the past. Past simple, past continuous, and so on. If you found past simple or any form of past, we change it to past perfect. To remember, what is the past perfect is? It's had plus pp. And this is the answer for our first question. Ali said to Omar, "Can you play chess?" How we can change it? The first step, we change said to asked. Second step, we took the quotation mark and we put if. The third step, we change into the sentence, we make a cross between, as I told you, can and you. You, the fourth step, you, we change it to he because we ask Omar. So if he could, why I said could? Because can is present, we change it to the past. So Ali asked Omar if he could play chess. So this is the way we change this question from direct speech to indirect speech. Another example. Sarah said to Mona, "Will you come tomorrow?" If we follow the steps, so we'll change set to wanted to know. And we took out the quotation mark and we put whether. We switch the question to a sentence. So we change you by she because we talk to Mona. Will is a present, so we make it would. And we continue the questions. But please remember that we have some words we talked before that we change it. For example, the word tomorrow, it changed to the following day. So the answer will be Sarah wanted to know whether she would come the following day. Another example. Ali said to Omar, do you study English? But before we can explain these questions, remember please that we start with do. We have three helping verbs: do, does, did. When we found it in the question, we take it off already without making any change. We take it off. So the sentence will start directly from you study English. And with this, I can change it. So the answer, Ali said to, we change it to asked. Omar, I took the quotation mark and put if. Then I take out do directly and said he studied English. Why I said studied? Because the question is present. And how can I know it's a present? Because we have do. If we have do or does, it's a present question. So we change it to the past. If we find did, we change it to past perfect. I hope that will be clear. The second kind of the questions, we have WH question. And as we know that WH questions have to start with a question word. For example, where, what time, how long, how often, and so on. So the question, Karim said to his sister, where do you go? And I said again, this is a direct question. How we know? By the quotation mark. By the quotation mark and the question mark. So how can I change it from direct question to indirect questions? The step of change, the same step as yes or no question, except one thing. We do all the steps that we have it except one thing. We change the quotation mark to WH words. Instead of I put with the yes or no question, if you remember, we put if or whether. Here we put if or whether with the yes or no questions. In our WH questions, we put the question word and the same steps as we said before. So the answer will be, Karim said to his sister, where do you go? So Karim asked his sister, where? So please don't forget, in the WH question we put the question word, where she went. Why we said she went again? Because we have do in the questions, so we take it off and we change it to the past. Another example, the teacher said to me, what did you do? So the teacher asked me what I take did use. We change it to I because he asked me, had done. Why I said had done? Because the question was in the past, so we change it to past perfect. Examples. But I hope you can answer it before you look to the answer by your own. Do you like reading, Taha? Asked the teacher. If you look here, you can find that he put the beginning of the questions, who said to who, at the end of the question. So I have to ask myself, the teacher talked to who? He talked to Taha. So the teacher asked Taha, and that is yes or no question. So I put if he, it's related to Taha, liked reading, liked, because it's a present question. Question number 2, example number 2. Hani said to Ali, where is the next bus leaving? So it will be, Hani asked Ali where the next bus was leaving. Okay, thank you so much.